Christy.
Hi, I'm David.
We're back, and today we're in the Christmas spirit just a little bit. Today we're going to talk about homeschooling, the good, the bad, and a little bit of the ugly.
Ugly?
A little bit of the ugly, because there's been some ugly days. There's ugly days everywhere. The good, we are finishing up our second 9 weeks tomorrow.
With no Fs.
With no Fs. We're halfway through the school year.
They did their own work.
They've done their own work. We're homeschooling a third grader and a fourth grader this year. They're 11 months apart. They're girls.
We do it on a program, and there's no, we get a free ride or they don't get grades over again unless they do the project, or that didn't work out. We tried that.
When we had thought about homeschooling over the summer, we started doing some research on some programs, and
we used this program with my boys when they were younger.
But it's a computer program, and it's got the basics: reading, language arts, math, science, social studies.
And I've thrown in a little bit of government, so they're learning like the legislatures and
it has
judiciary.
Bible in it, and that's a new concept for them. But what it is every morning they have so many assignments they have to do, and it's projects and lessons and quizzes and tests, and it grades it for us. So there's times where we have to go in and grade a problem that they've answered, but we're
waiting till Mom comes home. She's the English teacher. She can look over that one. That's what I do.
We wanted a program that was kind of laid out for us, and we could build from it instead of building a program.
Everybody does it at homeschooling different. Like some of them like pull stuff off the internet's got a lot of resources, but
so that's the good. The bad is it goes quickly. Homeschooling curriculum does go pretty quickly, whereas in a public setting you may be working on one topic for 3 weeks. Here you may be working on a topic.
They'll get like a subject for a few days.
And then you're quizzed on it, but it spirals from it and it keeps building on that.
They'll do a whole section on like once. I don't know.
Our kids have very different personalities. One cannot handle if she makes below a B.
You want to see tears fall, just see her and she gets a really bad grade. You don't know what's going on. You think she's got.
The other one, if she is passing, she's okay with that. So we're working on pushing them to do their best. Maybe not always make the perfect A's, but we want to see you do your best. You put your best for it. If you can say you put your best effort up through that project and you're happy with that grade, we're happy with that.
And the ones that managed to keep it off the F, so that's accomplishment for her. It really is.
And it's her
because
doing
she's
her work.
had, I don't know, they haven't never seen this kind of social study or history. I guess is what you guys call it.
And the history is the big one.
It's not something they see in normal school just because of time. They don't have the time to do it at your local schools. I mean,
we keep their
so it's a
day
little more in depth.
pretty structured. We keep their day pretty structured. They get up the same time. They're up, their breakfast, their lunch, their working through the day.
Because she goes to school early in the morning, we just get up so she can see them for a little bit before she leaves, and that way we do it kind of set up where some people just do it throughout the day, and everybody, there's no right or wrong way, I don't think, for everything I've read. It's just this is what we do because that way we're done by the time she gets home.
And it works for us.
For the most part, we have our schedule set up. Whatever days she's off, we're off. Except for snow days, she had a 2-hour delay last week. I made them do the school.
We're working on developing a routine and developing what works for our family. That's the thing with homeschooling. Every homeschool family is different. Every homeschool family is set up differently. Some choose to do more project-based, fun-based. Some choose to do more book work. Some choose to do computer.
Projects are fun.
We are figuring out what works for us. He's figuring out what works for him. He's very organized when it comes to keeping up with how many minutes they're working on each subject.
Don't really have to here, but
we just have to keep up with how many
we
hours.
do it for ourselves. We know exactly how much time they've got.
We are always open for comments and advice to people that have been homeschooling before that can.
We want to do some co-op stuff eventually, or not even necessarily I guess co-op.
Just team
not
sports.
so much on the teaching thing,
team
but the
sports, team activities, and.
But we kind of want to get the basics here first laid down, and
we didn't want to bombard us and them with too much new stuff.
Everything in the first year.
Because they're still developing that.
Trying to figure out.
What it
Because they don't get with the computer, they don't obviously get the teacher talking, so they're having to listen to that, and I can help them with it. And thank goodness they got a teacher's program, so I can look at the answers. I don't have to guesstimate, but.
When we decided to homeschool over the summer and towards the end of the year, you never know if it's going to be a good fit. Is there any negatives? And so far, I can say I don't see any negatives other than there's bad days. There's going to be stressful days. There's going to be days at any job where it just doesn't work.
But there were stressful days when she went to school too, because the one just, for whatever reason, she just fights school. She always has. She fought it last year, and when she had to bring homework home, she didn't like it.
But
she could do the stuff. That's what's so aggravating. I guess that's what's frustrating, is she knows how to do the stuff. She can do the stuff, and she can do really good at it.
And we broke a lot of those habits.
We're still
breaking those habits. I mean, you've got to think about when you develop a habit, you develop this habit for so long, it takes
she
so long
learned
to break
how to
it.
go up and just keep asking a question, and she'd finally get her answer. And I don't think anybody realized they were giving her the answer, but she would just keep, because she started that at the start of the year, she'd just keep coming back up, and it's like, it's hard to break it.
We want them to figure out what kind of students that they are. We don't push them.
She's actually got better in math this year.
We don't push them to be straight A students, like I said before. We push them to do their best. And when it comes to, they're young now, but when it comes to middle school and high school and college, whatever route they want to take, we will support them.
The one struggled in math. She's struggled in it for a couple years.
She's
actually, that's her really grade tomorrow that she's getting the best grade in. She's buckled down on it and she's figured it out. But some of the others, like the history, she wasn't used to that. It's different than what she's used to, and it's a struggle. She don't care to read the stuff, and so when she don't understand it, she guesses. But then when you go back over it with her, she can find it. It's just frustrating. We just
wanted to do this video kind of to be open and be transparent and say, this is where we are. This is our struggles.
I'm glad we're doing it. I get flustered at days, and it's like, I'm telling her, I was like, oh gosh. I mean, the other day I'd have liked to have been in a truck somewhere, anywhere but here, kind of. But
I just hoped it would work out at the beginning of the year, and
so far we're 88 days in tomorrow, and it's been amazing to see. They're still passing. And
it's amazing to see how much they've developed in their writing and how much they've developed in their. People are like, what about your kids? Are they social? I've noticed a difference in their play. Their play, like creative play with Barbies, or they're making plays, they're writing plays and want to perform these plays.
One day Barbie got in an accident and had to have her leg amputated out on the road. I mean, if you just sit there and listen to them talk.
Their play, because they were a year apart, and one was on the primary and one was on the elementary, so they never went to the same school. So them to be able to interact together, they fight like sisters, but they interact together and they come up with these ideas together, and it's just amazing to see how much
ideas are good. Sometimes
they've grown. So that's all that we wanted to share tonight. We just wanted to touch base with you and check in about that's our homeschooling.
We're only a few days away from school,
journey so
you can imagine how they've got like the attention span of gnats right now. But so one more day.
So like, comment, let us know what you think.
Yes, please subscribe.
Let us know if you want us to do more videos, what you want us to talk about.
We're gonna do more videos whether they want us to or not.
About certain
Just pass us by if you don't like us. No.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.